Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to cover string properties and methods. So let's just have a quick look what properties and methods we are going to discuss today. So this is the part 1 of string properties and methods. It is obvious that we are going to have more parts on these string properties and methods. Today we are going to cover length property, char at method, property access feature. What do we understand by immutable string? Two uppercase and two lowercase method, index of and last index of method, includes method, starts with method, and ends with method. So let's start with length property. The length property returns the length of a string. For example, if we have a variable name str and say the value is Amar, then we can log the length of this string in the console by using the variable name, then period character, and after period we will have all the properties and methods available to a string. For now we are going to use length property. So it should print 4 because in our case the string length is 4. AMAR is of 4 characters, so it should print 4. Let's check that over the browser. So here we can see that the length of a string is printed as 4. Now let's have a sentence, complete sentence here. So my name is Amar. In this case, what will get print? It will print the length of my, that is 2, the length of name, that is 4, 2, 6, the length of is, that is 6 plus 2 is 8, and the length of Amar, that is 8 plus 4 is 12. But it will also include the length of special characters, and space is one of special character we have in JavaScript. So it will be like 12 plus 13, 14 and 15. It should print length as 15 for this sentence. So let's have a look over the browser. Yes, here we can see that 15 is logged. Now we will also check whether other special characters also gets count in the length property or not. So let me put a backslash n. It's a special character for new line. So the length should print 16 now. Let's have a look over the browser. As expected, it is printing 16. The last thing to note about length property is it should not be written with parentheses. So you should not write length and then parentheses because it's not a method, it's a property. And in JavaScript, whenever we try to use some property, we use without parentheses. But in some other languages, we have length method, and so people sometimes use length and parentheses in JavaScript as well. But it will not work as length is not a method in JavaScript, it's a property. So please take a note of it that we should use length without parentheses as it's a property. Now we will discuss on char at method. As we can see, it's a method, so we have used parentheses. So let's discuss about it. The char at method returns the character at a specified index or position in a string. So what I mean by that, we have a string and we can use a char at method. Let me remove this backslash n. Now since it's a method, we need to use parentheses and we need to provide the index or position of the character that we want to know. So suppose we want to know what character is present in this string at position 0, because the character or the string index starts with 0. So m is at 0th position, y is at first position. So this console.log should print m. Let's check it. As we can see, M is logged in the console. Similarly, we can print any character in the string at specified index. For example, let's say 8. So if we count from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So I is at 8th position. So this second line should print I in the console. And here it is. I is logged in the console. So to get a character at a specified index or position in a string, we use caret method. Now let's jump to the next topic. The next topic that we have here is property access, which is represented as square brackets. So let's discuss about it, what it is. So square brackets feature does the same thing what char add does, but char add exists mostly for historical reasons. And this square brackets is a modern way of getting a character at specified index. For that, you don't need to use a period character or any method. You just need to simply write the string variable and then square bracket with a specified index, for example 1. So this 1 represents the first index character and it should print y in the console. So let's have a look over the browser. And here it is, y is logged in the console. So now you may have a doubt like to get a character at specified index in a string, do we need to use caret method or property access feature? This is known as property access feature. So the answer is you can use both the way. The only difference between them is that if no character is found in the property access feature, then it returns undefined. Whereas if you use caret method, it will return an empty string. So let's see in a practical way. For example, in this property access feature, if I write 15, which is not at all an index of this string because I is the 8th, then it is 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13 and 14. It is of length 14. How we can find that? Dot length. And if you see in the browser, it is printing 15. But the index start from 0, so the last index of the string is 14. Now, if we use property access feature and we write 15 or says 20, then that index does not exist in this string. And in the property access feature, it will return undefined. Here it is printing undefined. But the same thing if we do with caret method with parenthesis and we specify the index as 20, it will not return undefined. Instead, it will return an empty string. And here we can see that an empty string or empty space has been logged in the console. So as we saw, caret method and property access feature work in same way. The only difference is when the index that we are providing is not present in the given string. So it totally depends on you what you want to use. Let's jump to the next feature. Now we will discuss what is immutable string. Strings can't be changed in JavaScript. It is impossible to change a character, and so it is said strings are immutable. Let's see in practical way. Suppose we have a string with value hello. Now to get the first character, what we can do is like if we are using property access feature, we can write str and square bracket 0. So it will print h in the console. But can we change by reassigning the value to the first or the 0th index? So let's try that. At 0, if we write m and if we try to print the whole string, what it should print. First of all, let's understand what we have done here. We declared one variable called str. We assigned a value to it, hello, hello, and then we tried to modify the 0th index character of this string variable with m, capital M. So the expected output of str should be capital M ELLO, mellow. It doesn't make any sense, but let's see what it prints over the browser. And here is the magic. We are having hello in the console and not mellow. It means we cannot change character or string in JavaScript, and so strings are immutable. However, if we want to change characters of a string, then we need to do some workaround, and the workaround is to create a whole new string. So let's see how we can do that. As we know that we can assign different values to the same variable in JavaScript. So what we can do, we can write str and equals to, then we can have capital M, and then we can have str1, then plus str2, then we have str3. So, and the last one is str4. We can do in simple way as well, but I'm making it more easy to understand. So what we are doing here is we are having the same variable str, we are having one character m, and then we are taking from the previous string, that is the value or the character at the first index e, then the character at the second index l, then the character at third index, that is again l, and the character at fourth index, that is o. So now we have a new character, a new string basically, and that is mellow. Let's have a look in the browser. And here it is. We have mellow in the console. So what we have done, let's understand this again. So here we have not modified the previous string variable. Instead, what we have done here is we have used the value or the character at specified index of the previous string value. So it's string 1, 1 is the first index, second index, third index, and fourth index. And we created a whole new string and assigned it back to the str variable. So in the second line, we have created a new string and did not modify the previous one because we cannot modify in JavaScript as strings are immutable. Let's see the next topic. We'll cover both the methods simultaneously, that is two uppercase and two lowercase. So let's have a look how it works in JavaScript. To understand uppercase and lowercase methods, let's have a string hello world. And now what I'll do, I'll log str period, and here we need to use the two uppercase method. So when we are going to use a method, we should use it with a parenthesis. So two uppercase. Similarly, I am logging at line number 3 str dot to lowercase. So what it will do? The first method, that is two uppercase, will change each and every character of the string to uppercase, whereas two lowercase method will change each and every character of str variable value to lowercase. So at line number 2 we will have hello world in all uppercase, whereas at line number 3 we'll have hello world in all small case. So let's check over the browser. And here it is. We are having hello world and hello world at line number 2 and at line number 3. So whenever we need to change the case of a string, we can use two uppercase or two lowercase methods. There are multiple ways to look for a substring within a string, and so there are multiple methods as well, such as index of, last index of, includes, starts with, and ends with. We'll discuss one by one. So let's start with index of. So the first method is index of. To understand that, let's have a string for hello world. Now index of method looks for the substring in string starting from the given position. What I mean by that? So let's have a console.log and str period, and we'll use the method called index of. Since it's a method, we need to use parenthesis. Now it will search for a substring in the given string and it will return the index of it. For example, if I write O, then it will search for O in the given string and it will return the first occurrence index. Here we need to note like it only returns the index of the first occurrence. So in the given string we have O at the first position and also its second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and eighth position. Also ninth, 10th and 11th position. So we have O at first, 8th and 11th position. But since it will search and return the index of first occurrence, so this console.log should print 1 here. So as soon as I save, we can see that 1 is logged here. In short, index of returns the index of the substring, or we can say the first occurrence of the substring in the given string. Now suppose if we provide any other character which is not present in the string, then it will return -1. For example, Z. If I save it, it returns -1. We can also do for a word as well instead of character. For example, I can search hello, and if I save it, it returns -1 because it's case sensitive. There is no such word in the given string with small h. But if I write capital H, then it will return the index of the first occurrence. So if I save it, it returns 4. Why? Because hello starts at fourth index. And if we search for some word which is not present in the given string, then it will return -1 as we saw in the character. So as soon as I save, it returns -1. Now you may have a question like, suppose I want to search for O character, but I want the second occurrence index, not the first occurrence. But if I save this file, it returns 1, which is the default behavior of index of, that it returns the index of first occurrence, and that it returns for this O, that is 1. But if we want the index of the second occurrence or the third occurrence, then we can provide a second parameter, and that is the index of the starting position. For example, this O occurs at first index, so we can say we can search from second index, that is from R. So if I save this, it will return 8, that is the 8th index, and that's the second occurrence in this string. But if you want after that as well, then we can provide 9 and we can save it. So it will say that O is there in this string and I am searching from ninth index, and the first occurrence that is there is at 11th position in the given string. But if I say 12, from starting position is 12, so the index of will search for character O from 12th index, that is from this R. But after this 12th index there is no such O character, so it will return -1. As we can see, it is returning -1. Now there is a similar method called last index of. As index of search for the given word or character from the start, the last index of method will search from the end of the given string, and it will return the index of the first occurrence from last. So let's see if we have last index of O. So the last index of O is 11th here. If I save it, it returns 11th. But if we want to search from 10th, because it is searching from the backside, so we cannot give 12th. Here we need to give 10th. So this last index of will search for character O from 10th index. So if I provide 10, it should print, it should be comma, it should print 8 now. So it is printing 8. Here we can say that index of and last index of works in the same way but in the reverse order. Index of searches for the given character or string substring from the start or the beginning of the given string, whereas last index of searches for the given substring from the end of the given string. The two methods that we discussed, that is index of and last index of, are old methods. The modern way to deal with substrings are to use includes method, starts with method, and ends with method. The old methods returns index of the given substring. If it is present, it will return the index of that substring. Otherwise, it will return -1. But in the case of modern methods, that is includes, starts with, or ends with, will return true or false. It will return true if the substring is present in the given string, and it will return false if the substring is not present in the given string. So let's have a look on all modern methods. First, we will use includes and we'll see whether O exists in the given string or not. If it exists, then it should return true in the console. Otherwise, it will return false. So I'm saving it and we can see that true is getting returned. If I write hello as a word, then also it returns true. But if I make it small case, then it returns false. So this is how includes work, like it returns true or false instead of returning index. That was the case in old methods. Here also we have the same feature, that is if we want to search for character O from a specified index, then we can provide as a second parameter. For example, if we want to search or find if O exists in the given string after first index, that is from second index, then it will say true or false if it exists. So of course it will return true because O exists at 8th position. If I save it, it returns true. Now we will search if O exists after 9th index or not. So it exists at 11th, so it will return true again. It is returning true. Now we will search if O exists after 12th index or not, after or from 12th index or not. But it does not exist, so it will return false. Here it is. So it works in the same way as old methods. The only difference is the old methods, that is index of and last index of, returns indexes, whereas the new or the modern methods returns true or false. The last two methods are starts with and ends with. As the name suggests, it checks whether the given string starts with the given substring or not. For example, if we have starts with method and we provide f, then the given string starts with capital F, and if I save it, it returns true. Then if I have 4, then also it will return true. But if I have small 4, it will return false. Or if we write hello, that is the word which is present in this string, then also it will return false because the given string does not start with this word. So it returns false. So it only returns true only if the given string starts with the given substring, that is f or O or R or space hello, anything, means the whole thing should match from the start of the given string. So it will return true. Similarly, ends with work in opposite way. Like it checks whether the given substring is at the end of the given string or not. For example, here the character D should work. It should return true. So here it is returning true. If I write L also, then it will return true. But if I write F here, it will return false. Because the given string does not end with FD. It ends with LD or it ends with world, but it will return false because I have not written W as a uppercase. So if I save it, it will return false as we can see here. But if I make W as uppercase, it will return true. So this is all about modern methods, that is includes, starts with and ends with. The main difference is the modern methods returns true or false based on the condition, whereas the old methods, that is index of and last index of, returns the indexes. So that's it for this video. If you do not understand anything or you have any query, then do let me know in the comment so that I'll make another video on that, or I'll reply in the comment itself if possible. So let's meet in the next video. Till that, keep learning, be safe, take care. Signing off.